Yeah, so it's the whole thing. Something I started practicing a few years ago, quite naturally before a friend of mine who's a professor of epidemiology in Australia, Sydney University, he said, Dave, you realize that what you're teaching on YouTube is exactly what we're researching at the moment. And it's called VILPA, was previously called HIPAA. But what it is this technique through incidental physical activity that you build this into your day, and that will have the same impact as you doing HIIT exercise, for example. The beauty with this idea and this philosophy of movement is that it's great for people that don't like exercise or even the word exercise. It's great for people that don't have time or think they don't have time to go to the gym. And it's great for people that don't even want to change into any kit, because what you do is you consider your day and you break it up as a means of simply raising your heart rate over a number of different times in the day. And so what I've been doing over the last few years is figuring that in the morning when I wake up, one of the things I'm saying to myself is, how am I going to move through this day, pushing my body, lifting my body, pulling my body, walking through my body, breathing, etc., etc. So I now, as a voluntary response to this, in other words, it's a motor response, I make use of my environment, that's both in the house, externally as well, as a means to exercise. I don't need to go to the gym, nor do I like them. I don't need anything other than my body. My body is my gym. So this HIPAA or VILPA exercise is all about you thinking, how can I raise my heart rate over the next 2 minutes? So after this call, for example, I'll get down and do a whole load of push-ups. I might do the Bring Sally Up push-up challenge. I might go outside and do the Russian pull-up challenge. I might use those stairs behind me as a monkey bar spot. You know, I make use of that as a way of climbing around. If I'm making a cup of tea or coffee, then I'll use the corner of the worktop in my kitchen as a dip station. You know, I might just do some squats, burpees. I'll experiment, but all the while I'm thinking, how am I going to push, pull, lift my body throughout the day at various intervals? And at no point typically do I therefore need to change my kit, because it's literally 2-3 minutes of short burst activity. And when you do that over the course of the day, so long as you're raising your heart rate in most of those occasions, it's going to be exactly the same as you doing, say, a HIIT exercise, a session at the gym, for example. The beauty with it is, of course, that you then start to, when you've got that mindset, you then start thinking, okay, I could take the car to work, but actually it's not that far, I'll cycle. My office is at the top of the building. Rather than taking the lift, I'll walk up there because that's going to raise my heart rate. Rather than driving to the local supermarket, I'll go there and walk back with 2 heavy bags full. So you've got almost like a farmer's walk on the way home. It's a way of seeing your world and your existence as a means of moving your body like you're meant to. We weren't meant to be sat down in front of a computer using all this technology. And the more we get sucked into this and allow ourselves to be doing what we're doing now, then the more we're going to start seeing ourselves both psychologically and physiologically getting sicker. So I think for a lot of people, they think, I don't have time to exercise, or I'm so unfit, I don't want to, I fear it. But this is kind of a counter to that, because it means you can do it in your own home, you don't have to change your kit, and it's all short burst activity. So that's what I teach, around movement and pushing your body.